Hello everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to do a French twist hairstyle. So this is for like holiday parties or winter formal type events. It's a bit of a fancier hairstyle, so it's kind of almost looks like you went to a salon. Some people might think you went to a salon, I think so. Anyway, I'm just going to take my hair down and show you how to do this. So, firstly, what you will need is to not drop stuff. So firstly, what you will need is a couple brushes. You're going to need a teasing comb. You can use this type of comb, or you can use a teasing brush, which kind of has boar bristles, but is kind of in a similar shape. You will need a boar bristle brush, just these kind of natural bristles. And you will need a lot of bobby pins like this, and you might choose to use as well, in addition to the bobby pins, U-pins, which look like this. Okay. So, another thing that you might find helpful is a sectioning clip, or this is actually a wave clip, but sectioning clips are like this but a little bigger. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, I'm also going to use, in addition to those brushes, a regular just hairbrush just to take out any tangles, even though we're going to be putting them back in for this hairstyle. And I'm going to part my hair over to one side. I generally think that this hairstyle looks best when it's parted on the side. So I'm going to do to this side. And another thing I should have mentioned before, but I'm mentioning now, is that this hairstyle stays better and tends to wear better in hair that hasn't been washed in a few days, like 2 or 3 days. So if you want to, it's probably best for you to plan to not wash your hair for a few days in advance. So when you know there's going to be a party coming up for a few days, find some hairstyles that you can wear your hair in to hide any oiliness that also don't require any hairspray or anything, so that your hair stays this kind of texture, and then you can add hairspray, which if you are wearing this out, you would want to use a hairspray. I like this Pantene one. This is the fine hairstyle one. This works for all hair types, but it's a really great one because it's not too expensive. You can get it at a drugstore or a Target or a Walmart really easily. And just when you're picking up other things like shampoo and stuff, this is one of my favorites. I think it performs just as well as higher end hairsprays. There are a few other hairsprays that I use that are a little more expensive in my kit, like L'Oreal Elnet, but I think for an updo, this works better because Elnet has a finer mist, which is better for down hairstyles. Totally irrelevant. Anyway, moving on. So I'm going to pull my hair all the way over to one side, like so. And on yourself, when you're doing a French twist, it's best to separate a crown section. Because it's a little harder to do it on yourself than it is to do it on someone else. So I'm going to take my teasing comb, the end of it, which you can also, if you have a brush rather than a comb, a teasing brush has a similar end that you can section off. And you just kind of want to grab like a section at the crown, kind of even on both sides preferably, which will help later in the style, and you'll see. And not too much in the back, so you kind of want to pull out any back sections. And that looks pretty good, I think. Maybe use your best judgment. Hopefully you have kind of a balanced vision so you can see how much you're taking out. And then I'm going to curl this, kind of just twist it back, kind of out of the way. I'm going to use a bobby pin to put this out of the way. I'm just going to separate it with my teeth. I find this very helpful. It's kind of, I don't know, it might be kind of gross, but this is how you do it. This is how hairstylists do it as well. So I'm actually going to use a couple pins. Okay. So, that is out of the way. Now, what I'm going to do now is take the hair over to one side. You kind of want to pull it tight to the head, so take your boar bristle brush and really get it smooth on the side and pull it over to one side. It doesn't matter which side. Whoop. And just make sure it's really nice and smooth against the head. And now you're going to take your bobby pins and put them in a line straight up the back of your head. And I'm going to grab a few so you can kind of see what I'm doing and turn around, which probably will be helpful. Grabbing a few. Okay, so mind frame. Okay, good. So just take the pins and pin up the back of your head. I'm going like just right straight up the middle. And you might want to go in different directions to make sure everything's really secure. I like to add a couple at the bottom. So it should look like this, just straight up the back of your head. Now you're going to take this side and you're going to tease it just a little bit. You can use a teasing comb. You're not teasing it that much because it's just to give your pin something to hold on to. If you have like a really textured hair, like a lot of curls, a lot of waves that kind of have a lot of tangle to them naturally, you might not need to do this. So you can use just this kind of brush, just kind of, doesn't really matter. This part's a little haphazard. Or you can use like the teasing comb. This will actually be teasing more in the crown section later. So just tease it a little bit. And then take your boar bristle brush and brush it back against your head, making sure that the crown section is intact and away from what you're doing. Now, gather your hair up in the back, and what I really like to do, because you're going to be twisting this in, I find it really helpful to use a wave clip. I just clip the ends of my hair, kind of grab it by my hand where it's all kind of gathered up here, and get it to the end, or as close to the end as I can without the layers falling down, because I do have layered hair. And just kind of, I'm just turning it in like this. I really hope you can see this because I find this a really helpful trick. Whereas most people would just use their hands to turn it in, I feel like it gets really tight when you're using a clip like this. And then just pull it out. And then kind of arrange it with your hands. You're just going to pretty much be going on feeling. And then to secure this, you're going to either take bobby pins or U-pins. I prefer to use bobby pins. It's just my personal preference, but like you can use a U-pin, and you're going to stick it into the knot to the side, like going that way, and turn it back in on itself, like that. I'm actually going to use bobby pins for this. If you have thicker hair, U-pins will probably work out more nicely. I prefer to like not open them up when I'm doing this, because it's just the part that holds it in place is sticking it through and then turning it back and into the knot. So I'm going to need to do this quite a few times to get a secure hold. So now it feels secure. Now I'm going to deal with this top crown section. So I'm going to take the pins out. And I'm going to take this section, and I'm going to untangle it before I tangle it right back up. And I'm going to tease with a comb or a brush. You can get teasing combs and brushes at drugstores, I should have mentioned. They're really easy to find. The teasing brushes are sometimes a little harder to find. Like I have a small CVS near me that doesn't have them, but like the bigger CVS's and like Rite Aids have them. And I'm pretty sure Walgreens would have them too. So you just want to tease it. Let's give it some volume. And at this point, I would spray this. So, spray it. Keep the teasing in place. I feel like it might go too many places. And then I'm taking a boar bristle brush and just smoothing the top and maybe any sides that are kind of sticking out. Maybe tease it a little more. And I'm going to twist the end of it, the very end. There, you can see that. And fold it underneath. And there you get kind of a voluminous bump there. And just kind of pin that into place. Okay, so after you've arranged this till you're slightly satisfied or fully satisfied, I'm kind of satisfied with this. You can just spray it all over. And kind of take a brush and pull down any strays into the spray. Then if you want, you can add maybe a crown. I think that would be kind of cute. Okay, so this is the French twist that you can wear to holiday parties. And it looks kind of fancy. You can wear it to winter formals as well, and it looks a little more done up than like a kind of normal hairstyle would, or something that you would just kind of do every day. So you can wear this kind of on more formal occasions and save some money instead of going to a salon on a winter formal. I usually don't go to salons for formals, just for like big events like proms and stuff. So this is a really nice hairstyle you can just do yourself. So there it is. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you next time, perhaps with more holiday hairstyles. So this is the French twist for now, and I hope you try this out and see how it goes.